Hello. It's been great to have Lochinvar as a partner in the software for many years. I'm going to come up here to our little search feature, Lochin, and you'll see as I start to type in their initials, I see what products we have in the software that you can design around, select, and then schedule. So here we have their boilers here that you can just go grab, drop on the screen, and then start hooking in a system. Gives me the component that goes with that for the gas piping, the load there. So how did I create this system? We're going to make it real easy. We're going to start off here. I'm going to just exit out of there and come into Wizard. Then I'm going to come down here to Hydraulic System Wizard. We're going to just answer some questions and build a system. Now once I build it, it's going to add it right to here. So I'm going to cancel this. I'm just going to come to File, New, and then get a new sheet of paper. I want winter heating, summer cooling. I could type in some names there. And then the weather data where I'm located. And then I have a new sheet of paper. So now we'll go back to that hydraulic system wizard. We're going to just answer questions. I want a direct return, reverse return. Last time I did a direct return, we'll do a reverse return. I want heating only. How many loops? 3 loops. Vertical. I want mechanical room, maybe at the top right. Number of loads on each loop, 2. Last time I did left, this time we'll just have them orient to the right. What type of load do you want? I just want to do an opposed load, and these are just different pictures to make it look like how you want it to look. You want control valves, 2-way on every coil, or 3-way, or pumps. You just have them on the coil inlet or outlet there. Imposed load, so we'll just put in here the load we want. We'll just go 600,000 BTUs maybe there. 1 boiler. Heat exchanger, no, I don't want that. Mixing storage tank, no, we won't put that in there. Here's my boiler, Lochinvar, what type of boiler. You'll see the different types that are there. Manifolded, will do. 1 pump, some valves, balancing valves, expansion tank, air separator. If all goes well, no fluid filter. When I hit finish here, I should have the Lochinvar boiler. I did 3 loops and 2 loads. And then there's the load for the fuel gas piping. I can come in that, and I can come under selection and select that. It'll tell me the boiler, the unused capacity, dimensions and weights, and electrical information about that boiler. I can select the pump and right click and then get this little connector annotation, or I can add, well, right now what I'll do, highlight equipment and show the pump path that's associated with that. And then if I want to highlight and show flows or pipe sizes, I could do the connector annotation there and show diameter, show flows, whatever you'd like to see on that. Now, if I want to add to this, let's say I wanted to put 2 boilers in here. I just come in here, I could come over to my, I could do 2 things here. I could copy, paste. This is where we drag and drop things. Now I see I have 2 boilers. There's the other load for that. Now I need to come in here and just, there's the hydronic in. Return from there, and there's the hydronic out. Okay, now I've got 2 boilers. The loads are the same, so I could click on both those boilers and mass edit them and put them maybe 50%. That's what I wanted. Then I can come up, like maybe go to my hydronic there, tab, maybe want to put on some just shut off valves, anything you might want to start putting in your piping on the project. So that's using our wizard, and you can build about almost any hydronic system with that. I'm going to open up another project here that I created. I'll just go to the window here, and that was this Lochinvar future load. So on this is the example in your PowerPoint, but created just a simple hydronic system. If you hit the thumbs up button here, anything that had this pink shading, if it's selectable, that pink will go away. So hopefully we'll see that go away on the boilers and the pumps and whatnot. But here this load on the winter heating scenario is 600,000 BTUs. That was just imposed in there with that load. I imposed that in just by clicking on that load and doing that. And then over here, what I did is I added another load, but I made that a future load, and I put that at 200,000. So down here at the boiler, you'll see 800,000 for that boiler and 600,000 for this boiler. So down at the bottom, our scenario manager allows you to create basically multiple scenarios. And a scenario, what it does is you can use different components in a system and different temperatures. So when I hit winter heating, there's my winter heating, okay, and there's 800,000. But when I hit winter heating future, you'll see this is the future load, okay. So I could have had this just as I did two examples here, but here's my winter heating, and I could feature, and then the winter heating there. I could come in this one, and I would just on winter heating, I would say that that is none. So there's my winter heating, 600,000. Winter heating future, it's going to add that to 800,000. Then you can size your piping, obviously, and pumps and other equipment with that. So that's another little feature that's also you can do. Once again, use our wizards to create things, or just come in and just start dragging and dropping. Imposed load was right here. Could be maybe look like a building. Okay, and that's where you can just come in there, and I can impose that here's the supply. So I want to hit that to the supply line there, right there, and then the return. Okay, I did that on purpose. See these dashed lines? Let's just go through that again. When you get dashed lines or black lines, you know it connected something wrong there. So there's the return, goes there, and then the supply goes here. And then you see the color, they're black because I have not put a load in there. As soon as I add a load, pose a load in on that, then it'll add it up and put it in the system. Hope this has been helpful to help you guys get started and get kicked off using the software. Thanks for watching.